How far did you get with your education?
So I had so I repeated the 11th grade a couple times. Got into a little fight at school, dropped out, uh, and then I went back and got my GED. Yeah, I tried that twice though. Me and my boy, free scrap. We had went one time. We quit that shit, and I ended up going back just on my own, finishing that shit. Think he got his shit too.
And for time reference, it's May 2021.
Yeah.
Now, which schools did you attend growing up?
Was you talking about high school or?
Elementary, middle, and high school.
Oh shit, I went to like a couple elementaries, Blythe, Crown Point, Drew Hills, JT for my middle school. That shit, JT not around no more, but JT Williams, middle school. Uh, then I went to Hopewell, because we had moved to the west side, Sunset, Statesville area. And then I went to West Met, and we moved deeper to the west side. And then that's why I had stopped going to school at.
Now, you did attend a couple different elementary schools. Do you know the reasons why you did various elementary schools growing up?
Yeah, just moving around, shit. Mama stayed. It was like, I think it was a Section 8 house on the east side. And then we moved back to my grandma's house, and I went to Drew Hills. Yeah, just moved around different, little parts. Yeah.
And this was grandmother on your mother's side.
Yeah.
And these schools that you listed here today, were they public or private schools?
Public.
Now, what kind of kid were you in class, generally speaking?
Quiet, but smart. You know what I'm saying? I do my little, I was just quiet for real, just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Then I, little funny, I get in a little trouble, but nothing too crazy. You know what I'm saying? I always doing little shit. You know what I'm saying?
When it comes to being funny, not quite a class clown?
Nah, I wasn't a class clown. It was like one class, it was like in middle school, we was like the class clowns, but that was like one time. Nothing too crazy.
Why so quiet?
Just who I am, bro. Just who I am. I like to watch, I'm a little, what they call it, introvert. Yeah.
Were you part of a certain crowd at all?
I mean, I blended, you know what I'm saying? I was cool. So I went like, see, I was playing sports too, so like I was cool. Like I wasn't playing sports. Like I was like the youth football league and shit like that, but I was all right. I was always cool. Like I just knew it, but I knew it, you know what I'm saying? Chill, little nigga.
Is that as far as football got, was just the youth football league?
Yeah, cause I had an injury and it kind of, you know what I'm saying? But I was like a bad little motherfucker out there though. Yeah.
What was the injury?
Knee injury. Yeah. That was the thing though. Shit, you coming up, motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? They were playing sports and shit, and you know how it go, transition.
Was that the only sport you played?
Yeah.
So when it came to this knee injury, could you have continued on with a football attempt past the knee injury, or that was just a personal choice you didn't want to?
It was shifting. It'll shift a little bit. I don't think I probably healed it properly. I had broke my toes back in the day too, so it was just like nerve problems and stuff, motor, you know what I'm saying? So motor skills and shit like that.
The broken toes were caused from football as well?
Hell nah, wrestling in the crib with my cousin and shit. Just, you know what I'm saying?
What happened?
Shit, just wrestling. And I jumped off the motherfucking couch. Ah! I ain't cry though. I got them, shit.
What was the reaction from your mother?
Shit, she was, I don't know, she working at Walmart or some shit. Shit, my mom would be chill. She didn't really say nothing.
So when it came to the injury, did you actually try to attempt to go further with football?
Yeah, I went back. That was like when I was a little younger in the shit. The PL charges, I think. And then I kept playing. I did CMEC. Then I was supposed to go to high school, but I ain't had no transportation and shit like that. So, cause where I went to Hopewell, it was too far for my people. think we only had one whip at the time. My brother was going to work or some shit. My mom ain't had a car. It was some, you know what I'm saying, one whip type shit, and I ain't had no transportation, so I ain't really. And then I made it at another school I was trying to get into, but I made JV, you know, a little young nigga, ninth grade, I made the JV team, but I ain't get up through I couldn't get to the school.
Now, when it came to football, what led you to football initially?
Shit, that's what everybody did. My family, my cousins and brothers. I mean, my uncle, my brother. Shit, it just, you know, it just came to us.
Uncle on your mother's side as well.
Yeah.
And what position did you play?
I started off, you know, when they want to see how you start off at the lineman, and I gained fullback position, running back position, and like quarterback position. Then I stayed at quarterback, but then that year I played linebacker and corner. I was just all around player at that point. Just grew into this shit. You know what I'm saying? I like that contact a little bit. Yeah.
Now, we're speaking hypothetically, but if you did have transportation, if you were
Hell
able
yeah.
to play football, how far do you think you could have gotten with it?
Probably not. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I was just dipping off into the other, you know, around that time like everybody else. So, you know, I ain't no big ass, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't the biggest dude, so, you know. But it's just fun, man. I love that shit.
Now, when it came to the schools that you attended, did anyone attend your schools end up becoming well-known or famous themselves?
Probably. I don't know, bro. I think my boy Ian did something. There's a few people I think did like something with some sports. If I'm not mistaken. I don't know. Not yet.
What about music? Did you take a music class in school?
Not that I remember. I probably did some little back in the day, like elementary music class, but not like no real shit.
Did you freestyle? Were you the type that was
Head,
freestyling or battle rapping other classmates?
nah. But they had this little shit at Hopewell where we did some. My boy High C, me and him used to go to that shit, man. Rest in peace to High C. Yeah.
What were you doing?
Shit. Trying to find my way, hustling and shit, bro. Throughout my whole life, bro, I started that shit a little right after, you know, just, you know, always doing something. I was making beats, I think, around that time, too. Yeah. So I was in this shit a little early, too, running with some older guys and shit. So I run around, like, making the beats. That when I first started doing this shit, yeah.
So
Music, too.
it was beats first.
It was beats first.
How did it transition into
Shit.
being a recording artist instead of a producer?
Man, shit. Just staying in it, being around it, loving that shit. I always could flow a little bit, you know, but I just started fucking with the beats first. Not really caring for the rap like that. But shit, I grew into rapping too, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like I love this shit. I love this music shit, period.
Do you still do both today, or is it just
Yeah.
recording, just the recording artist side of things at this point?
The recording artist side more, but I still produce some of my own music. Yeah, and I produce for anybody, you know, as well, so.
When you were in school, did you have a song you were promoting back then?
It was more beats I was promoting. I was pushing my older homies' music at that time. Yeah.
So let's just take a step back. Okay, while you were in school, you were producing.
Yeah.
When does the transition to the recording artist side of things start? Was that while you were in school as well, or was that more so after
That
the
was after
GED?
school. That was after. It was before the GED, but it was after. It was around that time, around that period. Before the GED, after high school. Yeah, around that time.
Okay, so you drop out, then the recording artist side of things comes at some point, and then the GED is earned.
Nah, that was my first attempt trying to get that shit going. Yeah, yeah. Cause that one Scrap was we would hang. Cause see, bro used to rap in school, and cause I was making the beats. So we linked up at Hopewell, and then we figured out we had mutual family and shit. So yeah, and then he was rapping that shit to him, and I was like, bro, I got these beats and shit, cause he had seen the shirt I had. Like I said, I was repping my older homie shit that we both got mutual. And he seen my shit. He say, bro, I know them, bro, they're my people. And I was making the beats, and he started spitting that shit to me after school, and ooh, you know what I'm saying, shit like that. And then got on, to the 11th grade a couple times, and I dropped out, you know. And then I started fucking with that music shit, just recording in the crib. Everybody come to my crib. Yeah.
Who was the mutual family member you two had?
My cousin. It was just so the music group, that my older homeboys, Jay Rich, and them had going on. It was just like some neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh damn, that's family. So I ain't know that was his cousin them too. So when we seen it, you know what I'm saying? So it was the music that linked us anyway. Yeah.
But at first, when you meet this person, Scrap, you had no idea you were connected to him in that manner.
Yeah, we didn't know we was connected to each other. Shit. It's just like I was saying, I was repping the brand, so it was like, damn, I know that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
How did he end up passing away?
Oh no, Scrap ain't gone.
Oh.
Scrap locked up. My boy High C gone. Rest in
Ah,
peace. Yeah.
sorry, excuse me there.
Yeah. Scrap ain't gone. He be home at 23.
How did High C pass away?
Oh, some crazy shit, man. I think it was Juneteenth on the Ford. Some crazy shit, man. I wasn't even there. A couple of my people was there and shit. Some crazy ass shit, bro. Just like some drive-by shit. Or no, not no drive-by shit. It was some shit I don't know nothing about. And nigga just got caught in the crossfire.
Did you participate in talent shows growing up?
Nah. We had little kid out of little plays and shit. I used to fuck that shit up.
Okay, so let's just clarify. I know you said you had repeated the 11th grade a couple of times. How many times exactly did you repeat it?
It was, so I was in 11th grade at Hopewell, then Westman. So like twice, and then I was finna repeat it again, so I was like, hell no. And then on some dumb shit, cause I had just caught that little dumbass bullshit, and then yeah, a long time ago, 17, 16 shit.
You had caught a case.
Yeah, I had caught a case before that, just on some dumbass shit, but we ended up getting that. And that was like, yeah. So that one ain't even there. Then there was the other bullshit. Yeah.
And this other BS case, you were treated as a juvenile or as an adult?
Juvenile. That's when I got tested. And I figured out what was going on. Yeah.
Was that a charge you were able to beat at the time?
I don't think so. Nah. It was on some young shit.
So what was the sentencing of that, since you weren't able to beat it at that time?
Some probation.
Now, what caused you to have to repeat almost 3 times, but you end up dropping out?
I wasn't because I wasn't smart, bro. Because I'm a smart ass nigga. Yeah, I'm a smart guy. It was just not doing the work. Basically, not doing the work. So, yeah.
You end up dropping out and attempting to earn a GED.
Mm-hmm.
And you did that twice as well.
Yeah.
Now, the first time, why didn't it work out?
Shit. I had, too much free time. Like, shit. It was like you go as you please with it. It's too much free time.
And were you unable to pass the test, or you didn't even get to the test part?
Nah, I don't even think I got to the test part the first time. Second time, I was just like, my mind grew, got older, and like you just buckled down at that point.
So what age were you when you finally earned the GED?
What was that, like 24? 20, no, hell no. It was like 23, 24, somewhere in there.
Now, there's some people, when they drop out of high school, they don't even attempt the GED.
Yeah.
What got you to complete and earn that when
Shit.
others don't?
It just, I wanted a little something out of, you know what I'm saying? I just figured like, damn, bro, you don't follow through. You gotta start being, following through with shit. And that was just my first attempt of just trying to do better.
Would you say you were self-motivated to get that GED, or were there others around you motivating you to get it?
Nah, I was self-motivated, so, yeah.
And when you finally do get that second chance to earn that GED, was that easy or hard to get?
It was kind of easy. It was kind of easy.
Now, looking back on how everything played out, was dropping out the right decision when you did it? Or do you wish you would have finished high school instead of the GED
I mean,
route?
yeah, I feel what you're saying. You get to walk with your classmate. You get to be part of the graduating class. I don't really trip about that school shit, bro, because that shit don't really, for me, it don't really. Mm-mm.
If you could do anything over again in regards to your education, would you have done anything different? I know how things played out. We just described and detailed it, but
Yeah.
if you could have done anything different, would you have, looking back?
With school?
Yeah. Would you
I
have?
want to. I don't really remember, man. My memory vague of that shit, cause I ain't really. I wouldn't like. So, a lot of people live in their high school days, bro. Like I don't really live in my high school days, so it's like a lot of people still living like they trying to be high school famous and shit like that. So I ain't really, you know, think. I mean, cause I went to prom one year. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't really missed too much. I don't feel like, but walking across the stage, I ain't really missed too much.
I guess more or less what I'm asking is, do you wish maybe you would have buckled down and taken 11th grade more seriously? You didn't have to
Hell
repeat
yeah,
it
just
or
because.
even get into that GED scenario?
Just because, yeah. Just hell yeah. Just because. Just yeah.
What did this entire experience teach you, if anything, going through everything you
Shit,
did
get
with
that
that
shit
education?
done, bro. Get it done, man. Just get that shit done. Get out of the way. Get it out of the way.
After you do receive that GED, what was that feeling like?
Yeah, you feel like you did something. You accomplished something. For sure.
Were there any thoughts on furthering your education after that?
Shit, I still want to further my education. And to this day, I'm still furthering my education. So, yeah.